Hoping your holiday season is filled with the joy of giving.
Receiving's nice, too, honey.
Season's greetings from One Life to Live. For today.
Hi, Melinda. Got here as soon as I could.
Oh, thanks, Bo. Listen, I'm sorry if I took you away from some important business, but
Oh, no, come on. I haven't had any important business since you and I ganged up on that Halloween burglar. So what do you got for me? Is this another Crime Watch special?
I wish it were as simple as catching a crook. As you know, Max moved to Texas.
Yeah, I hated to hear that he left town.
Well, imagine how I feel. His shares for WVLE are up for grabs, and guess who's grabbing?
Asa? I know. I know his plans to buy Max's shares.
Then you probably are also aware of his motive, revenge. I mean, he's been out for me ever since Max and I bought those shares out from under him. And once he takes control of the station, you know who's going to be fired first.
Well, I'm sorry, Melinda. I don't control Asa.
Oh, you're his son. I mean, he must listen to you. Please, please, can you convince him not to buy the station? It's not that I'm just trying to hold on to a job. It's that, well, this station has been my lifeline for the past few months, and I just can't lose it now.
This is a bad time, Petty Michael. Al is at the daycare, and I need to get to work.
Good. Then we can have an uninterrupted talk.
Why don't you just barge on in?
If you got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, you better perk up. We have got Leo in hiding. Everything is falling into place, and I need your eyes and ears.
You need? What about what I need?
What is wrong with you this morning?
Your wife.
I thought we resolved all that about the phone call last night.
Well, I'm talking about Alicia in the flesh. So before you ask any favors of me, suppose you tell me what your wife is doing here in town.
So, work is the cure for almost anything. At least that's what you've always told me, and I've always learned from my big sister.
Honey, I appreciate you trying to cheer me up, but I am fine, really.
Of course you are. And you'll be even better once you spend a little time at the Banner. I know you will. And besides, I have to meet Gabrielle to discuss some interior design stuff. So if you finish early, why don't I meet you later?
Sweetheart, what's the point in my going to work? I mean, what kind of a journalist am I when I can't see the truth staring at me right in the face?
Vicki, don't be so hard on yourself.
I always prided myself on asking very tough questions, you know that? But I allowed myself to be completely taken in by Leo Cromwell and his daughter. There's a word for people like me. Sucker, patsy, dummy. How do I explain to Kevin and Joey that their mother is a classic example?
Here's what you do when you don't find the rainbows in.
My ears are burning. I hope you're not taking my name in vain.
Well, morning, Pa.
Good morning, Asa. You certainly didn't waste any time, did you?
I know what you think, Melinda. I'm here to put your worries to rest.
You mean you're not going to buy WVLE?
I didn't say that. As soon as my lawyers are finished with the paperwork, I will be in control of WVLE. And I assume you all think I'm going to scorch the earth around here and fire everybody on sight.
Not everybody.
I want to make it clear to you, your job is safe. From what I hear, and I hear most things, you're a great asset to WVLE. You agree, Bo?
Oh, yes, sir. Totally. But since you're not here to start sweeping up with a new broom, why are you here?
It's a good question. I could ask you the same thing.
Friendship. I'm here to take Melinda to lunch. Not that I know a whole hell of a lot about a TV station, but I know business, so she needs my advice since Max has left.
Bo has been very supportive the last few months, and I only hope that I can count on him to be more so.
Well, you can also count on me, young lady. And I think we'll get along fine with me at the helm.
Well, that's good to hear, but back to my original question.
Oh, why I'm here?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been here in some time since I own the station. I thought I might ask for a guided tour to see some of the changes. You don't mind, do you, Melinda?
Would it matter if I did?
She always had a great sense of humor. Don't lose it. And don't think I'm going to interrupt your lunch and have you squire me around. I will ask one of your assistants to do the honor, if you'll too excuse me.
How'd I do?
Well, all I can say is you've given a whole new meaning to the word skeptical.
Do you blame me? Look, Bo, I hate to put you on the spot, but you probably know him better than anybody else. Can I trust him?
If you'd asked me that question a couple of years ago, I wouldn't know what to say. Ace always plays his card pretty close to the vest.
With a couple of aces up his sleeve.
Yeah, that too. But since Renee's come into his life, he's a changed man. And if she's had the influence on him that I think she has, you can trust Ace.
That's impossible. She gave no indication she was coming to town.
Oh, really? Well, I was just at Grandview, dropping off the estimates that you asked me to. Imagine my surprise when I used my key to get into your door, and there was wifey inside nesting.
Did she wonder why you had a key?
Not as much as I wondered about her. You didn't do her justice, Michael.
Never mind. I am not interested in talking about her right now.
Oh, I found her fascinating.
Did you?
Yes. You know that time in Paris that you haven't seen her in so long? She must have changed a great deal. Dull, unassuming. I think those were the words you used to describe her. Funny. She didn't seem that way to me. Glamorous. Even elegant.
I have never described my wife as dull and unassuming, and it is her business to look sharp. She does travel in the world of fashion. Now, getting down to our business, Gabrielle,
Let's just stay on the business of Alicia for a few more seconds, shall we? You always told me that your marriage was arranged more like a business merger than a love affair.
That is right.
Oh, is that so? Well, then why is it that she's so at home in your home? Why is it, for all intents and purposes, she's a typical wife?
If Alicia wants to present herself as a devoted wife, that is her affair. What we have between us is a formal relationship. Now, I don't see any further discussion as necessary.
Well, I do. You said that you and Alicia didn't have that much in common, that all you shared were a few fun moments together. And yet, here she is, ready to play house with you. Now, what is wrong with that picture, Michael?
The only thing wrong with that picture is your determination to read something into it that is not there. If Alicia meant so much to me, wouldn't I be rushing over there to greet her?
Well, don't worry. You've got plenty of time. She isn't going anywhere.
Look, I'm sorry you got a shock this morning. I am just as surprised as you are. But I am here where I want to be.
You only want a favor from me.
Oh, do I really have to prove how much you mean to me?
Yes.
All right. Come in. Now, come on, Gabrielle. If I'm asking you a favor, it's only because I am extremely willing to grant them to you.
Talk is cheap.
Is it? When you wanted Holden Towers, who helped you, And when you wanted me to share my deepest and most treasured secrets, did I refuse you? I rarely refuse you anything. I think that should say something about my feelings for you.
For all I know, you feel the same way about Alicia.
Forget Alicia. I am where I want to be and with the woman I want to share everything with. And if you don't believe me, ask me for something, anything. It's yours.
Vicky, I don't think you're giving your kids enough credit. I mean, they're not going to blame you for being misled. If anything, they're going to want to try to make you feel better.
As if I haven't disrupted their little lives enough. Now I get to tell them that their new sister really isn't their sister after all.
Yeah, but you and Clint can help them through it, and Cord and I will be here for them, too.
Thank you, honey. Unfortunately, I'm the one that raised their hopes, so I'm the one that has to make it up to them.
See, there you go again. Being so hard on yourself. Look, you're not the only one that was misled by Leo. I think his daughter was another victim.
Now, there's another thing that kept me up last night. Do you believe Christine?
You know, I've had my doubts ever since Leo said she was your daughter. I didn't say anything, though, because it was just a feeling. But now that we know the truth, I don't know, it seemed impossible that she couldn't know about her father's lies.
Seemed that way to me, too.
But then I thought about it real hard. And I changed my mind. I mean, she really seems to care about you.
She did seem genuine, didn't she?
I think she is. Look, granted, she's naive, and she's too trusting of her father, but that's hardly a crime, is it?
No, I suppose it's not.
The real villain here is Leo. I mean, what kind of father would deliberately deceive his own daughter for his own selfish reasons?
Oh, I don't know. I can imagine a father like that.
Yeah. I guess I can, too. I'm sorry.
Darling,
really
don't be
didn't mean
sorry. Don't be sorry. I mean, what's true is true. If Father could have lied to me my whole life, why on earth should I be surprised if Christine was misled by her father?
Yeah, the ironic thing, though, is that you and Christine were both fed lies about being mother and daughter, and now...
And now I'm back to square one. At least she knows who her real mother is now. I mean, she was the woman who died when she was born. But me? My daughter was taken away from me 25 years ago, and I don't know anything about her.
I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do to help.
God, I wish you could help. I wish you knew who she was or where she was. Unfortunately, that's something I'm going to have to find out for myself.
Where are you going?
You said the best cure was work, so it's either sit here and feel sorry for myself or go to the Banner and plunge in. But I'm not going to lie to myself anymore. There is nothing that can ease this ache in my heart. Nothing short of finding my daughter. And I will find her, Tina, if it takes me the rest of my life.
I'm frightened, Tiffany. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, yeah, let's get out of this alley. It gives me the creeps.
What's with the new Roxanne? I mean, Megan's a whole lot prettier, I think.
Yeah, very funny. She's also a no-show, and to make things worse, I've got a new actor playing Todd. Things are just going to be great today.
You won't have a campus to go back to if you don't catch the stalker once and for all. Now, I'm going to hide over there. She's right, Roxy. The campus stalker has already killed off half of the sorority, including our house mother, Mrs. Willoughby. Just hold my hand and we'll be just fine.
Tiffany, don't look now, but we may have company.
Nora! All right, Scuzzball, freeze! I said freeze.
You see why I needed you here today?
Yeah, I see. I think it's hopeless, though.
Up against the wall. Don't make me ask you twice. Come on. Cut it out. What? Wait, Nora, that isn't the campus stalker. That's my boyfriend, Todd.
What the hell are you and Roxanne doing out in this alley this time of night?
It's your line, Roxanne.
We're setting a trap for the campus stalker. What are you doing here?
Okay, guys, I think I've got enough of the blocking. Thanks for helping me out.
No problem. You're welcome.
We'll rehearse it again when Megan gets here.
Yeah, you mean when Megan's replacement gets here.
Megan's replacement?
You saw the way she walked off the set yesterday. As far as Fraternity Row is concerned, that girl is history.
Wait a minute, Randy. As much as Megan's good in this show, I think she deserves a little better than that. Why don't you just call her and find out what's wrong?
You call her, and on your own time. I've stroked that prima donna long enough. Audrey, sweetie, I need to talk to you for a minute.
Sure.
Oh, well, look at this. If it isn't Sarah Bernhardt herself. So, if you came to collect your last paycheck, payroll's down the hall on your left.
Randy, I came to apologize. The way I stormed off the set yesterday was completely unprofessional.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad to see we agree on something.
Randy, please. I promise you, it's never going to happen again. I'd like to come back to the show if you'll take me.
Thanks a lot, Bo.
Well, don't thank me. Ace is the one who brought the good news.
Oh, Ace says a lot of things, but he convinced me that he said what he really means this time.
Well, that's what you pay me for, ma'am.
I'd like to repay you. As a matter of fact, if you just wait here while I run out and tell everybody that they're not going to get fired, I'll treat you to a little lunch.
We'll argue about the check later. All right?
All right.
You go spread the good news.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks.
Oh, quite a place, isn't it, Bo? I don't know what changes I'm going to make until I get the official tour, but so far I am quite impressed.
You know what? That pretty much sums up how I feel about you. I'm impressed with the way you dealt with Melinda. I think it takes a big man to just let bygones be bygones and play fair with people.
I've always been fair, son. Always like to win. So you understand why we have to keep Melinda in line until the deal is closed.
Wait, what do you mean keep her in line? I don't follow you.
It's just business, Bo. I mean, no reason to make Melinda hysterical and so people choose sides. So I won't walk into chaos when I take over the studio and clean house.
Clean? Are you telling me that you plan on getting rid of Melinda?
What do you think your old man is, some kind of a chump? When my bid for the shares are accepted, Melinda Kramer feels my boot on her backside.
All I want from you is honesty. I've given myself to you completely. Nothing held back. That's all I expect from you.
I am being honest. My wife is a fact in my life and nothing more. You have to believe me.
I want to. You don't know how much I want to believe every word you tell me.
Then believe my actions as much as you believe my words. So, have I earned your trust now?
What is the favor you want?
I want you to go to Land Fair.
I'm going to be seeing Tina later today.
Now, Tina is not important right now. Vicky is. She is going to receive a very important phone call this afternoon, and it is essential that you be there when she hangs up. If she doesn't leave the house at once, or if she calls somebody else, you have to notify me right away.
At your office?
No, the mountain cabin.
Leo's still at the mountain cabin?
Yes.
Is he the one who's going to make the call?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's Vicky supposed to do?
Never mind. You just be my eyes and ears right now.
Michael, tell me what angle you're going on.
Gabrielle, you have said that you would trust me, and I am counting on you. In fact, our success depends on you.
Liquid bleach.
Megan, I always thought you were a good actress. But this isn't an act, is it? You've really been through the ringer, haven't you?
That's no excuse, Randy. You have every reason to fire me for the way I behaved yesterday.
Hey, nobody tells Randy Stone who to fire and who not to fire. And what is everybody looking at? Is there nobody here who could tell I was kidding when I said I was going to replace her? Huh? I mean, our star has returned in the true sense of professionalism. How can I not welcome her back? Give me the script, please. Welcome back, Roxanne. We've missed you. All right, enough of this stuff. I hate all this sentimentality. Let's get to work here. Come here, Audrey, I gotta talk to you.
Something wrong, Randy?
No, honey, the word I'd use here isn't wrong, maybe raw. As in your talent, you know what I mean? It's all there, it's just not refined. It's like coal before it turns into a diamond. You understand?
Yeah, you think I stink?
No, you just need a little fine-tuning. Now, I've arranged for an acting coach to come in to help you with the technique. Then we'll get you into one of those, those movement classes.
Is it really that bad?
No, honey, you're new. I mean, and you'll get better. But for the meantime, where's John? John? Come here.
Oh, great.
Listen, I want you guys to work on those detective pointer things we were talking about, okay?
Sure.
Good. I'll leave it to you.
Well, shall we?
What a snake.
What do you mean? I thought he was a prince with Megan. And he cares enough about you to want to help you improve.
Oh, yeah, well, who says I need his help? You know, when he hired me, he was practically drooling over me and my talent, and now he says I'm raw and rough.
Maybe that's just his way of saying that, well, you don't quite have a hold on your character yet.
I beg your pardon. I know Nora Daly's character inside out, and there is no room for improvement.
Listen, Megan, I didn't want everybody else to hear this, but I owe you an apology, too. I was way out of line yesterday when I came down on Max. It's obvious you really cared for the guy. Now, I know I don't always show this, but I think you're pretty terrific, and not just as an actress. I know some other guy, some lucky guy is going to come along and
Randy, please. I appreciate this, but I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm just going to go back to work, okay?
Okay.
You know, I always knew that you were ruthless, but to stand here and watch you lie to Melinda right to her face.
What would you have me do? The woman stole the studio out from under me.
So if you're going to take it back and dump her, why don't you do it right in the open? Don't tell her she's still got a job, and then can her before the deal's even made.
You be quiet. You are going to blow the whole deal.
Mr. Buchanan, I'm Wendy Poole, Melinda's assistant.
Oh, you're going to be my guide for the studio.
I think you'll find there's some interesting changes since you used to own WVLE.
I love one change already. The assistants were never as lovely as you. Excuse us both. Lead the way, Miss Poole.
Hello, Mr. Buchanan. Fancy meeting you here.
Sarah, am I glad to see you. Maybe I have a reason to smile now.
And I thought I was just doing some dry, boring work for my father.
For your father? I thought you said...
I know. I said I wasn't going to work for him, but he asked me to come down here and do some public relations spots for EnviroCare. I couldn't say no. It's for a good cause anyway, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. I wonder what it's like to have a father who believes in a good cause.
What do you mean? Ace has done more than his share for charities.
He writes checks because they're tax deductible. He doesn't have a charitable bone in his whole body.
Oh, what has he done that has you so upset?
He's up to his old tricks. Damn it. I can't believe I've let myself be taken in by him again.
In fact, I thought of canceling if Vicky isn't up to seeing visitors.
Oh, well, she's doing much better. Actually, she was going to spend the whole day at the Banner.
Has she gone already?
No, not yet. She's upstairs changing. But why?
Well, I was just hoping to have a chance to tell her how sorry I was to hear about the news with Christine. I would have said so last night, but...
It was very thoughtful of you to make such a graceful exit.
Well, it was obvious that it was going to be a family gathering. I just would have been in the way. Looks like everything's calmed down now.
Well, for Vicky it has, anyway.
Yes. Well, what about the rest of the family? How are they taking the news?
Well, Clint is furious, of course. He and Beau went to the hospital to confront Leo. But Leo must have figured out they'd do that because by the time they got there, he was gone.
He is a slippery character, isn't he?
Yeah, that's for sure, although I couldn't believe he risked his health like that, leaving the hospital in his condition.
Well, knowing that Clint was coming to confront him.
All that would have happened is they would have exchanged a few angry words. From what Rafe says, the police can't charge Leo with anything.
Oh, no?
But you know why I think he ran? Because he's going to come back. You mark my words. We have not heard the last from Leo Cromwell.
Well, I hope you're wrong for Vicky's sake. In the meanwhile, let me show you why I came to see you.
Second annual New York Symposium of Interior Design? Whew. Sounds impressive.
Yes, well, all the biggest names in interior design are going to be there, giving seminars, and I think you should attend. All expenses paid by the hotel, of course.
You mean it?
Well, yes, if you're going to give us a whole new look, you ought to know what the latest trends are.
Oh, gosh, that'd be great. I can't. Cord and I just got back from our honeymoon, and Vicky really needs me right now.
Well, Tina, it would only be a few days, and I'm certain that Cord and Vicky would understand what a wonderful opportunity this would be for you.
Good morning, Gabrielle. What opportunity is that?
Oh, well, Gabrielle and I were just discussing this interior design thing. But actually, it concerns you, too.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to hear about it later because I'm on my way to the office.
Oh, Vicky, wait, please. I just wanted to say how sorry I was with the news about Christine.
Thank you, Gabrielle. I'm really trying my best to get past it. That's why I'm going to the office. Excuse me.
Oh, I'll get that.
Thank you, honey.
Hello? Yeah, she's here. Who can I say is calling? Hold on. Vicky, it's some man. He won't say who he is, but he says he has to talk to you.
Hello, this is Victoria Buchanan.
Vicky, it's Leo.
You?
Please, don't hang up. I have to talk to you.
From the fridge.
How dare you call me? How dare you make demands on me?
Oh, no, Vicky, is that Leo?
I know what you must think of me, but please, I beg you, don't blame Christine. She's as innocent as you are in all this.
You don't need to tell me that, you know. The more you defend her, the more you damage her case.
I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, Vicky, but please, would you just meet me and let me talk to you one more time, just the two of us?
I wouldn't talk to you in Grand Central Station. Goodbye.
No, please. I have to talk to you and see you right away.
Why? Why do you have to see me right away?
No, tell him no.
It's vital, not just for me, but for you too. Please, you'll never forgive yourself if you don't meet me at your mountain cabin at once.
So that's where you are. Now, you listen to me, and you listen very carefully. I want you out of my house and out of my life now.
Look, I have to see you alone. I have something very important to tell you.
What is it?
I know who your real daughter is. I've known all along.
All right, then. Tell me. Who is she?
I won't tell you over the phone. I have to see you face to face.
You seriously expect me to trust you? How do I know you're not luring me into some kind of a trap?
I don't expect you to trust me, Vicky. I'm not that naive. Neither are you. But please give me the benefit of the doubt. You remember that I was able to fool everyone in the beginning, even you. I must have known a great deal about your real daughter and about the events that led up to you losing her in order to trick you, mustn't I?
Yes, well, I never doubted your cleverness.
I know the identity of your real daughter, not an imitation, this time the real thing, and I will tell you the truth about her and everything I know if you will just agree to meet me at your cabin.
With no assurance that I'll be safe.
Well, you have my word for it, if that means anything.
You don't really expect me to answer that, do you?
No, but I'll be trusting your word too, Vicky. It's important that no one knows where you're going or why, not even your sister or your husband. Do you understand that?
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Not bad, Leo. Not great, but not bad. I think you've made it impossible for her to stay away, and that's all I asked.
You don't want much, do you?
Now, I am showing gratitude for the favor you have just done. Of course, if he hadn't, poor Leo would be at the mercy of the Buchanan clan. Oh, now, Leo, don't worry. I am going to give you and Christine all the protection you need. After all, thanks to you, the trap is set.
Vicky, no, you're not going to go meet with Leo Cromwell.
You know, I've always heard that Asa Buchanan plays hardball. But I'll tell you, he's always been so sweet to me. I just can't believe that...
No, believe it. If he likes you, he can't do enough for you. If you cross him, all bets are off.
But he's already in a position to take controlling interest of WVLE. I mean, why would he want to fire Melinda on top of it?
That's one thing that I've never been able to understand about my father. See, once he's got his mind set on revenge, there's no stopping him. Melinda and Max, they bought WVLE from Joanna Layton before Asa had a chance to move on it. See, he remembers that. Now, payback time.
Did you try talking to him?
What, talk to Asa? Are you kidding me? It's like shouting at a tornado. Believe me, if there was a way to stop him, Sarah, I would jump at the chance.
Maybe there is.
What?
Has Asa already put in his bid for WVLE?
No, not yet. He's going to call his attorneys as soon as he's given this studio the once-over.
I wonder...
What? You know, I like that gleam in your eye. Why don't you just tell me what you wonder?
Didn't you tell me that you used to be in the recording business?
Yeah, I was pretty successful at it, if I say so myself.
Well, I was just curious. How difficult would it be to apply your know-how in that field to the television industry?
It really wouldn't be too hard. Wait a minute. Are you suggesting...
It's just an idea. Pretty good one, though, don't you think? I mean, Bo, you're the one who said you want to find something to commit to.
Mm-hmm. Why are you pushing for this?
Because I happen to care about you. I mean, yeah, it would help Melinda out, too, but mostly I think it would help you out.
Yeah, I'd gain a TV studio. I'd lose a father.
I don't know. If anybody understands that business is business, it's Asa. I mean, I think if you explained it to him, he'd understand.
I think you've got a lot more faith than I do. If I make a move to buy this place before he can, I have to be ready for all hell to break loose.
All right, now watch closely. Nice and smooth, right?
Hi. I don't think we were formally introduced. I'm Mary Lynn Coleman.
Hi, Jack Gibson. Nice to meet you.
You know, we have a studio cafeteria, and there are some very nice restaurants around here.
Yeah, that's what Randy was saying. But, I usually brown bag it.
You know, I don't remember you auditioning for this part.
I didn't. I just got hired this morning.
You mean you were hired just from your picture and resume?
Neither one.
So your agent just sent a picture over?
I don't have an agent or a picture.
How are you in this business without an agent or a photograph?
Oh, wait. Here. This is the last picture that was ever taken of me. I won first prize in the Pennsylvania Hot Rod Finals. I built that car from scratch.
Looks brutal.
Yeah, it was some car, all right.
Do you still have it?
Nah, I totaled it.
Gosh, were you hurt?
A few busted ribs. You know, I spent 4 years of my life on this car, and then it disappears all in one crash.
I'm sorry. But you know, maybe you can use that experience here.
Use it? How?
Well, in your acting.
How can I put this? I'm not really an actor.
Then what are you doing here?
That's a good question. You see, I was working at my car wash job this morning, and when Randy Stone pulled in with a sports car, we got to talking, and he asked me if I ever acted before. I said no. Then he hands me this ad from a newspaper and asked me, you know, to read it in front of him. But I heard he's a big tipper, so what the hell, you know? And then the next thing I know, he's telling me I'm going to be playing Todd on Fraternity Row.
So you were discovered. Did he sign you on to a contract?
Well, I told him I wouldn't sign anything yet, you know, because if I don't like this acting stuff, I'm going back to my car wash job tomorrow.
So how do you like it so far?
Not bad. So far. You think we'd ever get to play any love scenes?
I'm not sure. But would that influence your decision?
It might.
Come on. How about I show you around the studio?
Sounds great.
All right, now try it again. One more time on my signal. Draw.
Freeze, mister.
Well, that's not bad. That's not, I tell you, it would be a quick study if you put your mind to it, Audrey.
Well, you're not a bad teacher. I guess you've grown up a lot.
You don't say.
Yeah, well, when you were in the DA's office and you slapped me with a subpoena, you didn't exactly make a good impression.
Well, you know, I could say the same thing. But why don't we just leave those days behind us? I think we've both grown up quite a bit since then.
I'm willing if you are. Well, listen, now that you've taught me the basics of this stuff, I really think I can do it on my own when the cameras start to roll.
You can, huh? Well, I'm sure that Randy will be very pleased to hear that. I know that I am.
Hey, what gives?
I do. I give the lessons and you do the learning. And you're not quite ready to graduate yet, sweetheart.
Okay, so you're bigger than I am and you're quicker, but if we were doing this for the cameras, I would be ready for...
That is the whole point. A real PI has to be ready for anything, anytime. Now, if you want the folks out there in TV land to believe that you're for real, you gotta be just as quick and tough and... Sorry.
What's the problem, Hotshot?
No problem. It's just the lesson's over, that's all.
You know, you're pretty cute when you blow your cover.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just think you've learned enough for one day, that's all.
Oh, yeah, I've learned plenty. You know, you're the best frisker I've ever encountered. How'd you do that again? Ha! Wait, isn't that what you said? Hold it, Bub. A good PI always checks for concealed weapons. You wouldn't happen to have one of those, would you?
Careful, Audrey.
One good frisk deserves another.
Oh, hey, Todd. You're quick, Audrey, but, well, I'm still quicker.
That's not fair.
Oh, yeah? I think all's fair in crime and TV and I think, like I said, the lesson's over.
Wait, you don't have some kind of a confidence problem, do you?
No.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I sort of got that impression. Look, why don't we sit down and you can catch your breath?
No. I don't want to do that, but I do want to ask the teacher a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Are you seeing anyone?
I beg your pardon?
Is there a woman in your life?
I heard what you said. You know, you really haven't changed a bit, have you? I mean, you still just say what's ever on your mind. No, I don't have a lady in my life right now.
Good. So how about dinner?
I think there's rules against that. Students and teachers seeing each other socially.
Well, you know what they say about rules.
Yeah, I know what they say. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You draw that gun nice and smooth, and you frisk old Todd the right way at rehearsal, and you got a date.
Deal.
You know, I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't decided to come back to the show.
Well, I do. You'd be the new star of Fraternity Row.
Well, you can have all the stardust you want. And you can have my share if it'll give me some peace and quiet at home.
You're not having problems with Wade, are you?
Yeah, same old problems. Only they're worse this time. And no one understands them like you do, Megan.
Oh, don't ask me for advice on men, Mary Lynn. I walked off the set yesterday because of Max. He's left town for good.
Megan, I'm sorry. If I'd known...
Oh, hey, I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I'm over the man already.
You just talked to Leo on the phone, and now you're going to go meet him somewhere?
I don't want you to become involved in this, honey, all right?
Well, I'm sorry. It's too late. I'm your sister, so I'm already involved, and I'm not going to let you do this.
Well, Tina, it is my decision.
Oh, fine, fine. You want to be stubborn? Fine, I'm going with.
No, you are not going with me. Look, he may be a liar and a fraud, but Leo is not dangerous. Besides, it's in my interest to see him. He's got something important to tell me.
Oh, yeah, I heard some of that, too, that he knows who your real daughter is. Vicki, how do you know this isn't just another lie?
Well, it may very well be another lie, but on the chance that it's not, I have to take that chance.
Gabrielle, would you talk to her? She obviously won't listen to me.
I'm sorry, Tina. This is really none of my business.
You're right, Gabrielle. It is none of your business. Look, on the remote possibility that he knows something about my real daughter, I must give it a try.
Well, please at least call Clint. That way he can go with you.
No. And promise me that you will not involve Clint or the police. Promise me.
I won't promise you anything of the kind.
Honey, I love you for caring, but I have to do this on my own, all right? Remember, not a word to Clint.
Vicki, I can't let her do this. What are you doing?
It's too late. Vicki, Clint won't be able to stay, Vicki. Now, look, why don't you just get your coat? Let's go. We'll take my car and we'll follow, all right?
Be my secretary. Be me. Taz, hold all calls, Miss McGill.
Well, Asa, I hope everything met with your satisfaction.
Oh, Miss Poole was a wonderful guide. Thank you, Wendy.
My pleasure, Mr. Buchanan. Thanks. I see you've managed to charm at least one member of my staff.
Well, it'll be nice to have this as one big happy family once the little details are out of the way.
So you do intend to go through with this purchase?
Oh, full steam. I can't wait to get on the phone and start the ball rolling.
You know, I have to say, when I first heard that you were going to buy Max's shares in WVLE, I expected the worst.
Melinda, do I look like a man who would carry a grudge?
You haven't gotten to where you've gotten by playing patty cake.
That's true. But I believe in the American value, virtue being its own reward. And since you were a big help in the success of this station, you deserve something back.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to working with you.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. It's going to be very interesting.
Bo!
Bo, Sarah, I've got some great news.
Well, so do we, Pa.
Oh, well, you go first.
No, please, age before beauty.
I don't know if I like that premise. But anyway, having had a tour, I realize what a great investment this station is, and by this afternoon, I will have controlling stock in WVLE.
I wouldn't bet on that, Pa.
Come again?
Well, you see, your offer was late. Somebody already put a bid in on WVLE, and it was accepted.
What?
There's no way.
I'm afraid there is a way, so I was there when Bo got the call.
Who in the blue blazer would have the nerve to pull a stunt like that, and what fool would dare yank the station out from under me?
You're looking at him. Melinda, could you show me the offices? I think I'm going to need quite a large space, probably a corner room, preferably with a nice view. Pa, if you'll excuse us, I'll probably be moving quite a bit.
Why'd you stop?
I had no choice.
What do you mean? When she went up the highway, all you had to do was follow her up the ramp.
And break the red light?
What light? Look, this weather is turning so awful. We're never going to get her.
Tina, look, I wanted to follow Vicki, but you can see how slick the roads are. It wasn't worth risking an accident.
But she's going to meet with Leo, and we don't know where she's going.
I'm sorry. I tried to help. I'm sorry.
Look, just take me to Lanford, all right? I've got to tell Clint. He needs to know she's in danger.
Leo.
You came.
Yes, of course I came. After what you told me, you didn't expect me to stay away, did you?
Vicki, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Please don't tell me that you are sorry. You know, I came here all prepared to curse you for what you did to me, but seeing you standing there like that hardly seems worth it.
It's not quite forgiveness, but I'll take it.
No, you're right. It is not forgiveness. Just because I feel sorry for you doesn't mean that I have forgiven you. It means that I'm still furious with you for what you did to me. You know, on the drive up here, I almost turned around half a dozen times. The only thing that kept me going was the thought that maybe, possibly, maybe, you would actually have some information about my real daughter.
Vicky.
Leo, all I want from you now is her name, all right? For once in your sad, miserable life, just do the decent thing and tell me.
I wish I could.
What do you mean you wish you could? You told me on the telephone you knew.
It was just another lie. I don't know who your real daughter is. It was just a ruse to get you up here.
A lie? But why? For God's sake, Leo, why?
I had no choice. Please, Vicky, stay calm.
Calm? No, I'm going to get out of here. I should never have come here in the first place. Lysander?
Welcome, Victoria.
What are you doing here?
My dear, we have some unfinished business to attend to.
No. I have absolutely nothing to do with you. Either of you. You again, eh? You may look exactly like my father, but you mean nothing to me. None of you do. Get out of my way!
I can't let you do that, Victoria. I'm sorry. You're not going anywhere.